Hi, my friend. Block 5 of Summer Soiree is adding some style to your soiree. So here is our block. Ta-da! This is a lot of fun to play around with. I want to show you some color options that I did, and I have one little tip for construction. So what is style? Here's the pattern, or this page of the pattern. There's more. And then the block and repeat. I like those little corners so that when you have the repeat, they will connect and make that other design right there in the middle when you have a sashing too. So it makes like a little 9 patch sort of vision in the middle. So first, for us, adding some style. So when you have a party, you want to have a few elements, something that is memorable. And I started thinking about how, it's summertime and it's casual, but eventually we'll go into the fall. And I thought, you know what? I started thinking about, like, what would I wear to something that was kind of casual? And then I remembered my cowboy boots. I have not worn my cowboy boots in forever, and I had to go find my cowboy boots so that I could show them to you. Who knows if they actually fit anymore. I bought them a long time ago. So here they are. Here are my boots. These boots are made for walking, right? I just love them. They're turquoise and black with the red lightning bolts. I got these in New Mexico on vacation one year, many moons ago. So those would be what I would wear. It would add a little style. You might wear something that's a little kicky to your soiree, and that's what this block is all about. But I want to show you some color options, because when I was doing this, my original thought was that I was going to, I was going to have this red in the middle. That was my original thought. And so I put that in. That's how I was doing it. And I was playing around then with some of the other colors. So it'd be red with the black. And I had this fabric there. I tried green to bring the green in. That would have looked really cool. But I really wanted this to be lighter. I didn't want to make it another heavy color there. I wanted to use some of these light prints that have so much white in the background. So there was another good one, because it also brought some red. But then I started thinking, well, maybe I should use a yellow, and that would have a little bit of red in it. So I put that in the center, and it's fine. But if I did this, then I felt like I had to make these red or the green, because that light just got lost. So these points would have had to be changed to something a little stronger. And I started playing around with having this blue out here, and that could have been repeated in the middle, but I went instead with the one that you see there. I don't need to lay it on there again. So playing around with the color will make a difference. You could go with the lighter outer points and make this star inside super strong. So that could have been a solid blue like this, or you could have switched the black in here. So let's take a look at it up on my design wall. So I've got the 4 of them up there. So this is number 5, and they're not in order right now. They're not in order of how we made them. I just wanted to put them up in sort of in some color sense. So what I need to do is get a little bit more red playing around. So I think in the next block, I will have to go to the red, because I'm thinking at least 3 of the blocks will have a strong red. And the other thing I want to do then is look at some of the sashing and come up with what I want that to be for it, whether I want to go with a couple of different fabrics, whether I want to use some of those lights. These are the ones that I'm kind of leaning towards, something like that, that can be not a strong frame. I want a sort of a very light feel to it, but I need to see what that really looks like. So I have to cut a couple and lay them up there and put the background. You also notice that I use the background in here. That's the other thing I wanted to tell you. I use the background fabric that sort of off-white, because I wanted to be sure that these star points didn't mush in, because I wanted those to be that light background print. It needed to have enough contrast. So that's what I did there. Okay, in our Whiskey in a Teacup book, I like my little fans. In the book, this week, what I was looking at was some of the recipes. And she has a section here and here called the Summer Porch Picnic. Now, I just love that idea, a summer porch picnic, like on your front porch, if you have a deep enough front porch to have a picnic on it. I have a friend that did. So I was looking at these recipes, and basically you can see some of them there, like the corn, like her grandmother's corn salad. And I started looking at the buttermilk biscuits and just thinking, you know, I mean buttermilk battered fried chicken, and realized I personally have never made fried chicken. I don't know that I've ever made fried chicken. I've made different types of chicken, but maybe not fried chicken. And the other thing was fried okra, which I have not had in a really long time, and I do believe you need to get it where they know what they're doing. So leave me a note down there. Do you like okra? Is that something you eat? Is it something you scrape off your plate into the trash because even the dog won't eat it? But you know, how does that work in your family? My family did not grow up with okra, so this is sort of a new thing that I discovered. Well, I actually had it in high school, but we were in Belgium, and it was just frozen that somebody's mom made. Okay. So here's the tip that I have for you on putting together the star point so that you don't get it out of order. This can sometimes feel a little weird, and it can be easily switched around because we're not always expecting to go dark to dark. So what I do is lay the whole thing out and then just take this, flip it on the top, and hold it, because I know I'm going to go right across this seam, and I want to be able to see that junction, and then go over to the machine and sew it, so then you won't get them out of order. So that's pretty easy. It's just being on your A game when you get ready to do those points so that you don't accidentally rotate them, because this can be really easy to rotate those. Now, the other thing that I told you I was working on was getting things cut up. So I have these too many here. I even made a list. Too many. I made a handwritten list so I can go through and start checking them off. I got too many things that are like partially, you know, they're like need the next part done. So these blocks, I needed to get out the dies and cut up the rest of the shapes. So I did that, and I opened up the electric AccuQuilt Go machine. So this is the electric one, and I thought I would just show you how that works. I'm going to show you how the electric Go works. It is turned around to the back side right now because this part will go down on the table like this. And then let me flip the camera here. All right, so once it's down on the table, you will lift up this part, and now it's open and it's ready to go. And I already had it plugged in, so it's already on. That's the button. I had it on because I just shut it for the video. Now, when this runs, it is super simple. You're going to make the die just go under to the rollers, and then it'll automatically roll through. I was telling you about a die that would do a bunch of the 2.5 inch squares, and this is it. This is the paper that it came in. Put it over there, and here, whoops, underneath. Oh no, it's the other die. Here it is. Got a couple dies out. So there we go. There is the die, and you can see all of the units here. Now I have this group of scraps that I've been talking about. I've just, you know, got all this stuff, and it's not strips. And I thought, okay, I'm just going to run a lot of this, the bigger pieces, through here. And I have 2 of them that I'll go ahead and use for this demo. And I want to slant it a little bit, just like the die is. So there you go. You see the die. And I'm going to just fold it up there. It doesn't matter if it hangs out the back. It just needs to be over enough. And I want to be, you know, kind of frugal. And I'm not going to cut it or anything. Whatever little strip might be left will be used for crumb blocks. Put this on top, and then There it goes. Pushes it right out the other side. And it's done. Now when you pick up, and I only did 2 pieces on there. So just fold it over. So here are all the squares that were cut. Ta-da! All nicely, perfectly cut. And I will stack these up and put them into my bins of 2.5-inch squares. So it is a lot of fun. It is so easy, and I really am thrilled that I put this station together over here, because what I have on the left there is I can take the different units that I'm working with, like the different dies, and I can stage them, and I've got cutting actually behind the little Go Me is a stack of these. They're sitting behind there. So I've got one more part, these big units to die cut for that. And the other part that I did get done, so I'm really rolling here on getting things cut up. The Liberty box, I have it all cut. I have everything here. We have to take a look, because I'm very, very happy to have that done. Oh, here we go. So what I did is I took 2 of the mini boards here, and I just cut everything from the Liberty box. And for those of you who are not familiar, you're just seeing my video and you haven't seen any recently, the Liberty box has this really darling quilt in it that I'm thinking of putting in the middle of my red, white, and blue squares, that project, and put this in the middle. I just think that would be so amazing. I'm very excited about that idea. So I have to get it cut. So that's all cut now. And you can get one of these, and you can sew along with me. I've got links below. The links below. And there you can subscribe too, because then we can be friends. Mwah, mwah. Let's see, did I have something else? I think that's it. Now, what else did I cut up? I have I'm working still where is it? The basket of blooms? There it is. The basket of blooms. There we go. That guy. I still have to cut the scallop pieces. I started, but I didn't get finished. So that is the other one that I want to get. Then everything is cut. So I've kind of converted into this cut first mode for some of these projects of this size, because it's just making more sense for me. Yes. So you are ready. When you show me your block, tell me a little bit about something fun and stylish that you wore to a soiree, an event, not like Halloween costume kind of thing. Tell me something else, like whether you had a fancy dress party, or maybe it was a 50s rock and roll thing and you dressed up like that, like your pink lady's satin jacket. Whatever it is, let me know. All right, my friend, I love you. Mwah. See you online.